Alien Queen Fumes when her ravenous albino alien dragon pet bows to the human girl. The great throne room of the Verith Empire was a cathedral of light and stone. Sunbeams, refracted through crystal spires, cascaded in rainbow fragments over the obsidian floor. At the far end, upon a throne carved from a single meteorite, sat Queen Zaltharis, the most feared ruler in 3 sectors. Her crown was a spiked circlet of bone taken from her enemies. Her robes shimmered like oil on water. And beside her, lounging with the lazy menace of a predator that knew no equal, was her greatest treasure, Sirith, the albino WYRM of stars. The beast was magnificent, white scales shimmering faintly pink under the light, eyes of deep molten gold, a jaw big enough to crush a cruiser's hull. His breath was said to melt alloys. Entire fleets had surrendered at the sight of his wings blotting out suns. And he was hungry, always hungry. The Queen's guards were bringing in the latest tribute from the conquered worlds. Crates of rare minerals, chests of jewels, exotic meats and fruits from planets humans had never heard of. And among the tribute, shoved roughly forward by 2 armored soldiers, was a human girl. Her wrists were bound, her tunic torn. Dirt smeared her cheeks, though her green eyes were clear and defiant. She was no older than 17. This one, the lead guard said with a smirk, is from the colony on Avelis 4. They refused to pay full tribute. The elders offered her as a placation. The Queen's lips curled. A human? She said the word like it was a sour fruit. Pitiful creatures, not even worth chains. Feed her to Sirith. A ripple of excitement passed through the court. Feeding was rare. It was an honor to see the WYRM eat. The girl was pushed forward until she was just a few meters from the coiled bulk of the albino dragon. Sirith's golden eyes fixed on her. His nostrils flared. The great head lowered, and the deep rumble of his growl shook the floor. His teeth glinted like daggers as his jaw opened. The girl should have screamed. She should have begged. Instead, she whispered something, soft, barely audible. The dragon froze. Every muscle in the court went tense. The Queen's eyes narrowed. The girl took a slow step forward. Then another. Her green eyes never left the WRM's molten gaze. She spoke again, still soft, still calm, and to the astonishment of every alien present. The albino WIRM lowered his head all the way down until his chin touched the floor. The court gasped. He was bowing, not snarling, not lunging, not devouring. Bowing. The girl reached out, her fingers brushing over scale larger than her whole hand. The dragon made a sound that was almost a purr, a deep, vibrating rumble of contentment. Queen Zaltharis shot to her feet, her voice a whip crack. "What is this?" No one answered. The guards were too stunned. The girl finally looked away from the dragon, meeting the Queen's burning glare. "He's lonely," she said simply, "and starving, not for food, but for kindness." The Queen's eyes narrowed to slits. "You dare speak to me?" "I dare," the girl said, "because I'm not afraid of you." A collective inhale sucked the air from the room. The Queen descended the steps of her throne like a stalking predator. "Do you know who I am, human?" "Yes," the girl said. "You're the one who thinks you owns him." She nodded toward Sirith. "But he's not yours. Not really." The Queen's claws flexed. "He is mine by right of conquest." The girl's gaze didn't waver. "And I think he knows different." Sirith made a low, threatening sound, but it wasn't aimed at the girl. His molten eyes tracked the Queen, a hint of warning in their glow. The crowd shifted uneasily. "Enough!" Zaltharis snapped. She turned on her guards. "Remove the girl. Now." The guard stepped forward, only for Sirith to move like lightning, his massive head swinging between them and the human. A single hiss made the soldier stumble back. pale and trembling. It was unthinkable. Cirith had never disobeyed the queen. "This is impossible," Zaltharis muttered, her voice trembling with rage. "No one commands a WRM but me." The girl tilted her head. "Maybe you've been giving him orders, but you've never earned his loyalty." She placed her palm fully on the dragon's snout. "And maybe all it takes is seeing someone as more than a weapon." Cirith's golden eyes closed, a shudder running through his massive frame like a sigh. The girl smiled faintly. The queen's fury burned brighter than the crystal light streaming into her hall. But she wasn't a fool. If she challenged the WRM now and lost control entirely, she could lose her throne, her life. Her court was already whispering. "Fine," she said coldly. "The human stays for now. Let us see how long her trick lasts before Cirith remembers what he is." But as the girl stood beside the dragon, her hand resting on his scales, there was something in Cirith's gaze that told the queen exactly what she feared. He would never see the human girl as prey. And perhaps, just perhaps, he would never see the queen as his master again.